Right, hey everybody. First of all, apologize for not having a regular schedule for videos. I'm just a lazy piece of shit, to be honest. What we're gonna talk about today is the Hinderer XM-18 3-inch Wharncliffe. Yes. And if you go back in my channel, I'm in my car right now, so this is car review, and I have this Maxpedition, what's it, a Versapack, I think, and I've had this for, wow, so long. I have had this for at least 10 years now, and it's held up great. Maxpedition, like UDC pouch thing. I've had this for so long, so that you don't have to stare at my crotch for this knife review. If you go back into my channel, I have a review of my first like really expensive knife. That was a Hinderer XM-18, of course, 3-inch slicer grind. And I got that knife directly from Hinderer. Rob Orlando was in contact with Rob Orlando, and I got the military discount and all that, and that was the reason why I purchased that knife, and I loved it. I really did. It had no logo, no writing on the blade, and it had like 20 CV and blue scales, and oh man, I love that knife. And I find, thinking back, I find myself regretting a lot of just mindless buying and selling of my knives and other tools. And I wish I still had that one. And I wish I still had like all my Terrazulas and all that. So if you go into my Instagram, you can see pictures of that. I'm gonna link it below. And in my YouTube channel there's a couple of videos on that. But this is about this one here. Let's go. Okay, first of all, it's a 3-inch, the XM-18 3-inch blade, and it weighs 3.6 ounces, which is rather hefty for a small knife like this. And the thickness of the blade of the S35, yeah, is it? Yeah, S35 VM is 3.5 millimeters. So, sorry. So, why did I get another one? Since I mean, like I said, I regret selling my blue one. The steel I found amazing, the 20 CV. The S35 VN is okay. I appreciate it for what it is. And I got this one here, I got in a trade. I did not buy this. I saw like price new is 515 euros, and that's wow. I don't remember spending that much. But I'm glad. I mean, I got it in a trade. I got a good deal. The guy got a good deal. We're all happy. And I've carried this one. I don't want to ramble. It annoys me. So, anyways, we made a great trade. I've had this for like 4 months now, and I'm really happy. The Wharncliffe blade is very, very effective. It's easy to sharpen, and as you may notice, I freehand sharpen my knives, and the bevel on one side is wider than the bevel on the other side. You see the scratches from... I mean, I use this knife, like, when I don't buy a knife directly, like, for 515 euros, I would have been, like, a little bit more careful, but come on. Come on. And this is just like a expensive box cutter, and that's what I use it for. Personally, I prefer the 3-inch over the 3.5. I get a great purchase, a great grip. I get all my small little fingers. I have a lot of control of that knife, of that blade. The choil is alright. I've nicked myself a couple of times with the end of the edge here, but when you use it just like a box cutter, just like for cutting, that's no problem. You have great control over that tip, and what's really cool is the thickness of the tip. Extends a lot down, so you have a very solid tip, but still it's needle. I mean, it just catches my skin. I apologize. I have a new phone. All right, here you just see it catches and wants to stick. Other than that, I mean, this is like the updated version, I would want to say, with a new detent, and I can feel it. Compared to my other one, which was a really bad flipper, I might add, even though it was broken in, it did not flip well. This one here is flips great. You just you don't light switch it, but you push button it, and it fires like every time. You have to deliberately light switch it like that. Thumb stats work okay. I really want to try a non-flipper. For the non-flippers, the 3.5-inch look a little bit better to me, but because the knife is a little bit small to get a good purchase, but it can be done. It can be done. Yeah, I got the gray scales. I love these scales. They're really, really cool. I'm happy I got the gray. So the black one and the black blue ones, they're not doing it for me. I like the blue, I like the gray, and I like the yellow. I'm thinking about getting yellow scales for this one. And yeah, I mean, the action. This knife is broken in. This is, how old is this? The guy said it was from early 2016. He bought it from Rivers and Rocks, if I recall correctly, which is a Hinderer dealer in Germany. And I mean, the knife is broken in perfectly. There's no lock stick. There is what you can do is you can push the lock bar over. You could do that with every Hinderer I've ever held. You can push it like that. But there's no up and down play, no side to side play. It's broken in. It's very smooth and very solid. And what I like about this is it has no phosphor bronze washers. It's on Teflon and no ball bearings. And I think this is perfect for a knife like this. I mean, yes, this is small. This is about the size of a Delica. But this is so much more like a hard use tool and that's the purpose behind it. The design is like a hard use cutting tool. And I think that is executed very well in these smaller ones as well as in the larger ones, the oversized XM-24. So the pivot is really nice. I mean, it's just, I really like this knife. I like to carry it. I like to play with it. It feels good in my hand. It's reasonably sharp. I can get it good and sharp hair shaving. It fits my hand well, and I'm not sure where. I mean, those are all good reasons, but there are a lot of knives that are like this for me, like the Delica, for example. But this is just, I just like it. This is a cool knife. I carry it clipped down. Clip the tip down. I mean, the clip pointing down, of course. And I've changed that a lot. Like tip up, tip down, tip up, tip down. I changed a lot. I don't know why. It's pretty stupid to do that because should you ever have to get into your knife in a hurry and you don't have the muscle memory to like deploy quickly and get it out, and you always switch tip up, tip down, tip up, tip down. That's not good. But currently, for the last couple of weeks, I've carried this one tip down because when you put it in your pocket like this, the top here sticks out, and I mean, I like that you can read like Hinderer here. It's a little bit of the branding that's cool. I mean, everybody who's into knives or more expensive knives notice that clip. But still, I like that the purchase you get up here. And what you do is you just pull it out, and that's one advantage of it, because if it's tip up, you have to like draw from the clip, and because you don't have enough purchase up here. But here you can just purchase it up here, just pick it up here, and then you rotate it into your hand. So you draw it out and you rotate it on the pivot here with those two fingers, and then you can flip it up. And the knife is already cradled like into your palm, and you have it out in a you just have to do this motion, and you have a good grip for like fast cutting. That's the reason why I like this one here, tip down. The other advantage is when you carry this one here, at the seam of your pocket, which most of people do, the flipper is resting away from you. When you get into your pocket, you're not brushing against that flipper. The disadvantage is because the flipper is relatively large and it's relatively sharp. I mean, yeah, you can see I'm rubbing against this, and you can see that it just takes a little bit skin off, which is good. I like that. But anyways, the flipper is here and you have a smooth inside of the knife. It's great for pocket carrying. You can carry it, I do also carry it in the fifth pocket here. Really nice. Like I said, you just pinch like this, draw it out, rotate, flip, and you have a good grip already. And when you pull it out in the it would be like that. When you pull it out like this, you have to go to the clip. Imagine there's a clip here, to the clip, and you take it out. Okay, now you take it out, and then I mean, of course, your finger lies already on that flipper, and you can just flip it like this, but then you have to adjust your grip. And personally, tip down, you just push it out, rotate, and flip, and you don't have to go forward with your hand like this. So that's why I like this one. I mean, it's for me currently, 2017 has been like a weird year for me for knives. Made some bad decisions again. Sold a couple of knives that I shouldn't have. I sold a lot of knives, and I mean, to be honest, the whole knife thing is it's not getting boring, but it slows down, and that's a good thing. I've become like less impulsive spending my money. I've become more selective, and I'm trying to sell off what I don't like or need anymore. So there are always knives that I'm gonna keep, like my custom Emerson and my Randall and stuff like that. But you know, how many Spyderco Enduras do you need? How many Delicas do you need? unless you're of course collecting that model. Currently I have on my way a Spyderco Harpy, a really beat up one that I got on eBay, and a Spyderco Champ buoy. And the buoy will be like a EDC knife again. It will fill the role of this one here. And not because this isn't up to it, but this is not ideal in every everyday carry situation. Let's put it like this. This is a great cutter for opening like boxes and cutting cardboard and all that. It's really good for self-defense as well. But for like, for example, food prep, it's not that good. And yeah, I mean, the shampoo will be a great EDC, I think, and I'm really gonna keep it down this year. There's not a lot production-wise on the horizon for me. I'm always interested in Spyderco knives. I've always been, I think, and I always will. But for some reason, everything else has like been past me. I mean, I go to a like knife meetup from a local knife maker here, a very well-known one actually, and there are a lot of production knives that get shown off and customs and all that, but none of that really did. Like Wii knives and all the other Chinese ones, they don't do it for me. Like for some reason, they just don't. Like I said, rambling. One thing about this knife that I found out in trying to take it apart, that these are imperial measurement screws. Don't remember, it's 3. No offense, but I hate the imperial system. So it's not a normal millimeter like 3 or 5 or 6 or whatever. It's an imperial one, and to take this one here out. I do have the tool. I had a couple of Striders, and I bought the tool for that, like a knockoff tool. But other than that, I mean, I took it apart once, cleaned it, because I had this one clipped to my pocket when I was swimming. And I took it apart and cleaned it, put it back together, adjusted it, and it's been like that ever since. So really great, really smooth, solid lock up. I mean, I've never had this one slip or fail or anything. The only thing that annoys me is that lanyard hole. I know why it's there on that position instead of back here or something. But if you have a lanyard on that and you grip your knife, you always touch that little hump that it does. And, it's annoying. It's annoying. Anyway, but if you're carrying tip down, you don't need a lanyard anyway. So the 3-inch, like I said, the new Hinderers are interesting as well. The Jurassic I absolutely do not like, but the MP1 and the half-track, especially the half-track, I really like. If I get a half-track at a nice price, I'm gonna buy that. Definitely. The Maximus, like dagger, looks really good. The slip joint looks amazing. I'm gonna try and get a slip joint. They're just like €275, and that's just a great price, I think. They come in 20 CV steel. You can have 2 different blade shapes, and they look really cool. So I'm gonna try and get one so I can carry them anywhere. So this has been a 20-minute video with maybe 5 or 6 minutes of actual information. I thank you for watching, if you're watching this. I wish you a nice day, and I hope I can. I think I will do a video on that champ buoy that I'm gonna get after I've carried it a little bit. So, thanks for watching. Take care.